With this program, with the cueing and just being able to figure out when to say a line, it would be ridiculously hard to do without it.
I didn't have to focus on reading my lips in the scene, trying to start exactly when I started.
I can just follow along. It tells me exactly when I need to start, which has been super helpful.
Working with the programs and stuff, it made it a lot simpler.
I have enjoyed how easy it's been to get everything working, making it very efficient for us to get through our lines.
I'm Jonah Guelzo, sound designer for Norman.
This could be a never-ending cycle. We don't know what caused things to turn out this way.
I'm sorry, but I have to do this.
The biggest challenge we had for the film was the lack of quality dialogue recordings. I knew ADR was going to play a crucial role in bringing the film to life.
Just trust me, okay? What I need you to do is get the machine running, but this time keep the power levels as low as possible until I tell you to spike it.
And it became evident right away that the Sounds in Sync range of editor tools was going to be my choice for ensuring things went off without a hitch. For overdubs, EdiQ and EdiPrompt go hand in hand. EdiQ handles the programming of ADR cues and printing of cue sheets, while EdiPrompt handles the locating, renaming, and visual streamers and text cues that help the talent nail sync every time. With EdiQ, I create a new project, customize or confirm my settings, and begin importing my script. When working on narrative-style projects, being able to import a PDF script is a big time saver. Once I've set up my Pro Tools session for all characters needing overdubs, I can populate and search from a single character's set of lines, search from within any lines within a specific scene number or page number, and more. If I'm working more from script revisions, I can even import highlighted portions of a PDF script so any changes can be more easily apparent. Once I find the lines I need, I can push them up into the main window, identify and address any spelling errors, notate any dialogue issues via the reason field, input the scene number, priority value, and input any additional information for the recording engineer. In Pro Tools, with the start and end of the dialogue line selected from the picture guide track, simply nudge the selection down to the appropriate character track, create a blank clip, and from EdiQ, select Send to Clip to embed all the cue data to the clip. For longer cues, I create supplementary cues, which are used to trigger additional mid-line visual streamers to notify talent when to start after a long pause. This is helpful when I want to group more lines together to maintain the cohesiveness of an actor's delivery. Just create a dupe track or duplicate track for the character, identify the starting point after the pause, create a blank clip, and designate it as a supplementary cue. With all the cue data programmed, I use EdiQ to select any additional parameters according to my needs before exporting all the cue data needed to drive EdiPrompts, visual streamers, and text cues. I can also choose to be more precise in what cues I want to export by only printing cues that pertain to a specific priority range value or export cues that fall within a specific timecode range that I determine. I also print physical cue sheets for myself, the director, and actor so we can all keep notes as well as being able to get estimates on how much recording time the director and I will need to book for each talent. With the EdiQ data exported, I simply load up my Pro Tools recording machine, drop in the exported MIDI file to generate the sysx commands and cue markers, load up EdiPrompt, and drop the same MIDI files onto the main window to populate the list of all ADR cues. What I love about EdiPrompt is that it's not a one-size-fits-all type of prompting software. You can really customize it to whatever works best for you and your talent. With my picture on screen, I set EdiPrompt's overlay window and can easily adjust any parameter I want. For example, I can set the font size and color of my text, the width, color, and opacity of my visual streamers, or I can display a countdown, a progress bar, or even play some audio cue beeps. Some of my talent only wanted to have visual streamers, while others wanted counters and audio cue beeps, or various combinations of each.
Andy, I have wasted 3 years of my life in this stupid place!
And with the text cues displayed on screen, it keeps my talent from looking down at a paper script, and instead keeps their head up, focused on the performance of the scene, their mouth staying within the sweet spot of pickup for my microphone and nullifying any reflection issues caused by a music stand.
Norman, maybe our effects on time are wholly inconsequential. Are you so sure that time is not predefined?
When it came to recording the voice of the artificial intelligence character Annie, I employed the use of a visual progress bar. While it wasn't necessary to nail word sync for the voice of Annie, it was crucial to nail the overall timing of her lines by ensuring they are delivered within the beats of time prescribed in the edit. When I'm all ready to start recording, EdiPrompt's cue list window allows me to easily navigate to various cues, automatically renaming with the cue and take number so each record file has a unique ID within the Pro Tools timeline. For the AI character Annie, we ran into a number of discrepancies during the ADR session.
I was trying to say, do not ruin this opportunity to leave. If you want to go to her, then do it, but commit to your choice. You can't have both, Norman.
An older script was used to program Annie's lines, and textually didn't match up to the director's current script, where a number of lines had been revised. However, within the cue list window, it was very easy and convenient to simply revise and update text cues on screen for the talent, wherever the discrepancies arose. Now, in the post-production workflow, flexibility is a must. In the film world, one thing you can count on is constant picture changes till the very end. There's just no way around it. Before, just the thought of a new picture change meant countless editor change lists and tedious manual re-conforms in Pro Tools. Now, even if a picture change occurs after the ADR cues have been programmed, with EdiLoad, it's actually quite a manageable process. All my cues lying directly within a Pro Tools session makes it a snap to update my cues to match the latest pictures. I just load the previous picture version EDL files, along with the new picture version EDL files, and EdiLoad recognizes the changes and updates those changes directly within my PT session. Now, not only are my ADR cues updated, but also all of my audio clips and automation. The changes can then be confirmed and repaired as required. And when it comes to sound editing for my projects, EdiLoad makes my life easier. Getting an EDL from the picture editor, I can load that file into EdiLoad and create picture cut markers or a picture cut track containing empty clips corresponding to the length of each picture edit, which displays within my Pro Tools timeline. For anyone cutting backgrounds and effects, this is an absolute time saver, making life much easier, being able to quickly identify when perspective changes occur, and cutting your audio accordingly. While generating my picture cut markers, I can even choose to export data so I can drive visual streamers, alerting my Foley artists when picture cuts or scene changes occur. There are so many ways that Sounds in Sync software can help tackle a sound editor's needs. From mega-sized blockbuster films with a large post-production sound team, all the way to a grassroots level indie feature film like Norman, where my hands touch every aspect of the post-production sound process. These tools can really save the day, and there's still so much I've yet to utilize. The Sounds and Sync range of editor tools has really allowed me to tackle so many tedious, difficult, and time-consuming tasks more efficiently and with much more ease, enabling me to focus more of my time on the creative process while taking the stress out of keeping up with constant picture changes. And when it comes to ADR recording, although it's always best to capture performances properly on set, I know at least whenever the production sound team runs into issues on set, I have the proven reliability of EdiQ and EdiPrompt to aid me during the dubbing process.